Hello there you, and welcome to a gigantic Nurgle swarm that's about to smash headfirst into this death core of Krieg regiment. Will Krieger firepower be enough to win the day, or will Nurgle's rot spread across the land? As always, if you do enjoy this content, do leave a like and consider subscribing, as that's the best way to support the channel. Now, let's get on with the battle. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen, kicking off at today's slaughter. The gigantic Nurgle swarm heads straight for the Kriegers' trench line here. Of course, the Kriegers quickly going to be manning them stations as the artillery and tank rounds already starts to come pounding down on this huge swarm here. Oh, look at that, magnificent things flying through the air. Always a lovely sight. Now, this is a large demonic army. There's plenty of monstrosities amongst them, as well as plenty of demons. Of course, we've also got our super fast zombies who are going to be providing the meat shield here for the Chaos Army. And look at this already. The Kriegers here coming out with a glorious counter-charge from their trench lines. You can see that they've got this lovely little staging area here, from which they are pouring forth the Emperor's finest warriors right onto the field, into the face of a couple of million Nurgle heading straight for them. Absolute brave and crazy bastards that they are here. And look at this. A lovely little concave. So you might see here from the battlefield layout, the Imperial Guard have got this lovely little semicircle here, which they're hoping to funnel this gigantic army into it. They're already doing that. The crossfire is having a magnificent effect on our front line here. A few Kriegers running out to meet the Plague Ridden, the Soul Grinders, the Beasts of Nurgle, the Chaos Spawn, and of course the clones of the Great Unclean One. You can see this one of them here, striding forth with these mega bots that I don't think that thing's ever been wiped. He's not called the Great Unclean One for a reason. Already, though, we've got things hopping into the middle of the Kriegers here. Look at that. With shovel power, they managed to take down a demon. This is going to be one heck of a brutal fight here. Now, the Imperial Guard need to hold these trenches at all cost. They don't want to falter here, because otherwise the Imperial Guard's artillery, which is just back here, which has been pounding the enemy. Oh God, look at that. Oh, that's a sight to behold. But yeah, they don't want to lose their artillery. Absolutely too valuable to be lost here. Let's go back down to this front line. It looks like the counter-charge is faltering a little bit, but in the face of so many monstrosities, I'm absolutely not surprised. So many demons here for the Imperial Guard at the moment. The trench line is under heavy assault though. The Imperials are trying to hold back the demonic hordes. Look at that. Oh, poor Kriegsman getting flung through the air. Beast of Nurgle there, taking no prisoners, and it's down. The trench lines are slowly starting to fill up with goo here. Looks like the Chaos are actually making some decent gains in these areas. Again, the monstrosities have definitely got to be helping with that. Helping the Kriegers fulfill their promise to the Emperor a bit earlier than some of them may have wanted. And we've just got this exchange of monstrosity for artillery round. But it cannot be denied, the Chaos are definitely in the trenches here. It looks like the Kriegers have used them more as a ditch than a defensive tool, perhaps knowing that they were going to fill up with blood and corpses here, as they are slowly but surely. Oh my God, look on the far flank over this side. It's a heavy plague-ridden presence. Kriegers again are counter-charging out to the trench lines, trying to hold up, form some form of defensive line out of the trenches. Probably not the best tactic, but who am I to quell their exuberance? You can see that we've got the Kriegsman Rifle Brigade providing covering fire into the flanks. I don't know if that's going to be enough of them there. You can see the difference between the two groups starting to form here. The rifle groups holding themselves back a little bit, allowing the melee shovels here to get to that front. And quite frankly, without the melee at the moment, Chaos would be running over this position rampantly. I mean, just look at this front line. Absolute devastation for both sides. Everyone here is but a pawn to their God's work. I mean, that is a big wedge of Kriegers here as well. It's a sight to behold, is it not? Just these two armies smashing into each other here. Again, though, it does feel like the Chaos are making gains ever so slowly. But I've got to say, this concave here that the Imperials have had, look at that. It's so effective. It's absolutely demolishing anything that comes into these center lines. There's so many corpses littering the floor in the center. They haven't really even got to the trench line. Look at this. It's still largely occupied by Imperials at the moment. How are we doing on our far flank over here? Because it looks like, yeah, some of the Chaos are trying to spread around. Again, a heavy demonic presence, mainly plague-ridden on the side. I don't see any of the Poxwalkers in amongst them over this side. Nope, just total demon chaos. Kriegers again trying to mount a countercharge down here. And they're just going right into that. Oh, that is so brutal. The bodies are just piling up in the trench lines. And of course, eventually the bodies become bridges. And the bridges become pathways. But this is a massive army that has been held back. I've got to give it to the Imperials. Oh, look at this. The trench has been conquered. I think this is the first footing the Chaos have made into Imperial Guard territory here. They've actually made a foothold in the corner. They're starting to try and collapse the concave that the Imperials have. Really impressed that the Chaos actually managed to get across that, because it's not like they've built up a load of bodies to get across it. They've just literally funneled a load of monstrosities into the area. And look at all the Kriegers on the floor, man. Oh, that is a sad sight. So many shovel lovers all over the floor. Oh God, look at that in the background. That looks like a true 40K battlefield, that does. Just explosions and things flying through the air, demons everywhere, bullets, blood, death, gore, annihilation. I can't actually believe how effective this center line has been. I think the Chaos might actually run out of reinforcements on this side here, if they're not careful. Although, look at this, they are pushing a far flanking maneuver over here, trying to wrap around the trench lines that are not as well defended. We have still got a few Kriegers over this side, but yeah, this side of the trench line largely unmanned. Now, I've got to say, they still haven't broken through the flanks just yet. We've still got a lot of firepower coming out of our Krieger line. Look at how full this trench is as well. Oh my days. Great Unclean One here, just his gigantic sword carving up hundreds of men in one swing. The soul grinders as well. I love these things, they look so brutal. Oh, literally as we come to focus on it, it dies, typical. Oh well, we've got a couple more over this side, who all literally die as I come to look at them. Oh wow, that was a really effective, whatever just happened on this side part of the line there. That was really effective. A load of monstrosities literally all just died at once. I'm starting to think, though, that we're running out of Krieger melee combatants, and this could be bad. Oh, man, where is the trench? There's no trench line left on this side of the field anymore. There's no Krieg melee left on this side of the field anymore. Oh, my God, this side of the line could actually collapse here. Hopefully we've got enough Krieg gunners to hold back a demonic horde invasion like this. I mean, that is a lot of firepower, to be fair. These Krieg rifles are very, very strong. Them Halbor rifles able to charge up a shot and release it in one go. But yeah, I think it's a bit of an attrition problem on this side of the field. We're going to get a surge here any second, and I don't really want to miss it. We'll just quickly check on the other. Yeah, this doesn't look like there's going to be a breakthrough anywhere else yet, but... Oh, I think this is it. I think this is it. I think the Chaos have just broken through the Krieg line now. Yeah, look at that. They're swarming over the trench. Oh, that is a lot of them. Okay, we're doing all right, though. Look at that. They are just disappearing just before they get to the Krieg line. That artillery, as well, is really focusing over this side of the field. But that is a lot of green boys coming in. It's a green tide, and for once he's not orky. Are we going to have enough to hold this back? Oh, look in the center line. The center... Sorry, I know we're getting distracted here. Multiple things are happening. But in the center over here, The Chaos have run out of reinforcements. The Chaos army has now been split in two. We're still pumping Kriegers out into that flank. If we can get this under control here, this might be magnificent for the Imperial Guard. Look, there's no reinforcements coming in behind this push. This is everything. The Chaos are throwing the kitchen sink at this flank now in a desperate attempt to break through it finally. The Kriegs are holding them back with that rifle power though. Yeah, look at this. They're just getting to them, just before they're getting to them. They're getting gunned down here. The high-powered Hellbore rifles doing wonders here for the Kriegsmen. Oh man, we might even clean up this flank. Oh, this could be it for the Chaos here. That could be the critical blow. A simultaneous move there of clearing out the center line. And this line over here basically evaporating before it managed to get to the Imperial Guard. It looks like the Kriegers managed to hold back the Chaos hordes just enough to allow these guys here. Because look, they've got nowhere to back up to. They'd be backing up into the artillery, and we're going to start losing firepower if they do that. I mean, they're already backing up into it here. It's getting a little bit perilous. But 1 or 2 artillery losses is better than this entire flank. And saying that, the glorious countercharge here continues now. They are actually encircling the remaining Chaos. Oh my god. This entire flank. For 1 second there, it was looking like the Imperials were about to lose it, but it was a calculated, risky maneuver here. I think the Imperials might hold that. And with that now, all this firepower in the center lines is now starting to focus over towards the flanks. And the Chaos just weren't able to sort of like, well, I forget what the word is. It's the, you know, they weren't able to follow through on their attack here. But yeah, I mean, they made the breakthrough. They got across the trench line, but they just weren't able to push through that little bit further. Someone in the comments let me know what there's a word I'm thinking of there that'll, you know, it fits in perfectly. Oh man, look at that. The tide of green has held back. I think what's amazing about this fight is we've just held back enough here to allow the Imperials to do the job. The Kriegers, God bless them, they lost a lot of units doing it, but they held off just long enough. Yeah, I think that's this side of the field now pretty much completely cleared. There's a few stragglers coming in who are coming from way back here. There's hardly any of them, so I think that side of the field is pretty much secure now. You can see this with all the units now moving along to this flank, because this is where the new battle is now. There's a heavy demonic presence pushing on the far right flank here for the Imperials. And that is a big demonic push as well. Oh my days. They're pouring into this. The Kriegers here coming in for another glorious countercharge. But they are being cut down in mass, it must be said. These plague ridden do not mess about when it comes to melee combat. They're very, very strong. But again, I think we've just got enough firepower here to hold these guys back and in place. So what we'll quickly do, probably hit a little time-lapse camera for this last little bit of combat over this side. Let's see what happens. We'll be back in a second. Welcome back, folks. I remember what the word was from earlier. The Chaos weren't able to capitalize on the gains that they'd made. That's the word I was after, capitalize. As we come down here to the last 4,000 Chaos, I think it's fair to say that this is now a mop-up operation by the Imperial Guard. But let's go have a quick scan of the battlefield here, because look at this. It's just a quagmire of death here. I want to go have a look at this other side as well, because it was quite scattered over this side, but we made some insane Look at this! The trench line almost completely disappeared. It is now just a river with piles of demons either side. And I suppose the true sad thing about this fight is that it was completely pointless and worthless, because both sides are going to be able to easily replenish the losses that they had here. The demons can just summon more demons from the warp, and the Imperials can always just make another Imperial Guard regiment. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's fair to say that we need to clean the battlefield once more. So as always, I do hope you had a blast. I know I did. Please do comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. A massive shout out to all you channel members who help to keep this channel going. And if you're not a channel member, why the heck not? Click the join button down below. And while you're at it, go ahead and check out the ChaoticPinky store. We got some really cool merch over there. With all that being said, as always, until next time, peace.